You don't need to be Steve Jobs or Oprah Winfrey to inspire people. You are inspirational to others in so many ways because you are God's masterpiece. This is the quotation I made last year, and I believe in it, and I live on it. Recently, in Africa, we have been seeing a lot of people raising up to be inspirational speakers. And I see many people are discouraging those people that you can't be inspirational speaker because you are not that famous like Steve Jobs, or you are not rich like Oprah Winfrey. I have a message for you. You don't need to be Steve Jobs. You don't need to be famous like Steve Jobs or Oprah Winfrey to inspire people. You are masterpiece. You are God's masterpiece. So you are inspirational by yourself. Whether you ended up into primary school, you can inspire other people. Whether you got division 0, you completely failed your high school examination, you can inspire other people not to do the same mistake or what made you to fail. But I have one technique to share with you, and what makes one person to be inspirational and the another not to be inspirational. Because if you go to the YouTube channel, for instance, and just search inspirational speeches, you'll find thousands and thousands of speeches on YouTube. And all speeches, they'll be talking the same thing. Work hard. You will fail. You'll be challenged by so many people. Many people will not believe in you. You'll try many times, maybe 10 times, maybe the 11th time you'll be able to win. So they'll be giving all those like it's just the same message. But what makes one speech to be inspirational over the other is not the success of the person who is talking. Because in the end, the message or what they are talking is the same thing. But what makes one speech to be inspirational is what we call personalization. I'll give the example. If you want to apply for a scholarship, I can say like, let me give the example. If you want to apply for master's scholarship, you have to make sure that you are taking the English proficiency test, either TOEFL or IELTS. It's a very tough exam, but you must pass that exam. Secondly, you have to take the entrance exam if you want to study in the United States of America, graduate exams like GRE and GMAT. You must apply at least 10, 15 universities. It is tough. You have to pay for application fees. But you might end up not being admission or not getting scholarships. So if I put that kind of message, it's just a general, what you need to do in order to get a scholarship. That is not inspiring. But if I change and I say, in the year 2009, I was looking for opportunities to apply for scholarships. I did a TOEFL exam. I got this kind of grade. It was a very tough exam. I did this mistake on the exam. If I knew how the exam would look like, I could be able to practice on 1, 2, 3 and make sure that I get better grades. But because my dream was to study in the United States of America, I ended up doing the GRE, Graduate Local Examination. First of all, I paid over like $200. I had to prepare. There is a mathematics in that exam, and I'm very poor in mathematics. But I had to do the exam because if I don't do the exam, obviously no one is going to admit me. So I did the exam. I did poorly, but it helped me because it was one of the requirements I must take the exam. Because I know I'm not the only alone to apply for these scholarships, I decided to apply for 25 universities across the world, but most were United States of America because that was my dream to apply for scholarships in the United States of America. Out of 25 universities, I was able to get scholarships into 3 universities only. That means at average of 8 universities I applied, I got 1. It was a very, really tough competition. I was so much depressed because you apply, you use your money, you use your time, you put everything in it, but you don't get it. So it is very tough. This is just like how Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are doing. When they want to score 1 goal, they have to make attempts on the target over 15 times sometimes, and they might not get a goal. So in order to succeed, you must take a lot of shots into the targets. But some of the shots will go out, some of the shots will go crossbar, some of the shots, goalkeeper will punch them out, and one might go in. So if you take these two examples, one will inspire you because I personalize that I was in your shoes. I was able to do this one. I was depressed. I was everything. What kind of difficulties I faced? So this is how you differentiate between inspirational speech and a normal speech. Don't just go and say, if you want to do 1, 2, 3, you have to do 1, 2, 3. But if you say I, you personalized. And I can give you one assignment. Just go to the YouTube and search Connecting the Dots speech of Steve Jobs, what he did at Stanford University on graduation day. When he started talking, I have 3 stories I want to share with you. Before I was born, is he starting talking about himself? Obviously, he's connecting how difficult life is. But in the end, the message is still, he was rejected, hardworking, don't lose hope, things will not work out. The same message, but when it's you personalize, it is inspiring another person. So don't wait until you become famous to inspire another person. Because if, let's say, you got A in mathematics, have you gone to primary school, secondary school, inspire people, tell people how were you able to get A in that subject? What if you got F? Have you ever been able to share with people what made you to fail so that they can avoid those mistakes? So inspiring means to share your experience, not just to go there and break down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not about success, it's about failures. Others can avoid those kind of failures. That is what makes inspirational speech inspirational. And everybody can be inspirational as long as you share your own story. Don't go there in front of the audience and start talking about it. Okay, if you want to do business, you must have a business plan, you have to do this, you find a market. No. Just go there, explain how you started your business. Go there and share. That's why if you can see, most successful people in Africa, they are not inspirational because they don't want to share their success. They're just, oh, if you want to succeed, it's about God. Oh, Jesus helped me, I was praying. No, but if Steve Jobs is talking about his success, he will tell you how he went through, not about just God, but yes, God is there, but I did 1, 2, 3, I failed here and here and here. Not just start slow, go slow, God is there, pray to church. They will break down what makes them successful. So if you got Division 1, first class GPA, just explain to others how did you manage to do that. That means inspiring other people. If you were able to be discontinued at the university because of the poor performance, explain to others why you failed so that they can avoid those mistakes. Those are the lessons we are talking about. The failed entrepreneurs, they provide outstanding lessons to others. For instance, myself, I decided to do business a couple years ago. I failed. So if I want to do, I'm not going to say, if you want to do business, do 1, 2, 3. I say, when I opened my business, I started this time, I opened this one, I had this kind of license, but my mistake was 1, 2, 3. Don't do that because you'll get lost. That's how you do it. That's how you can inspire. So start from today. Share your story. Inspire another person. You are God's masterpiece. Don't wait until you become famous. That's why I decided even to write my memoir at this age. Because when I explained, I was born in Kigoma, raised up in a small town, went to a normal school, not this international school, went to the university, did a very good school. What transition? What made me to come to America? What made me to have these kind of dreams? So I'm sharing with you so that you can be able to decide on your own. So share with people your life stories. Share with your people about your success, but also about the challenges you are facing. Don't be like everything just like Instagram or Facebook to share the success. You can also inspire people by your failures. Again, I'm repeating. You don't need to be Steve Jobs or Oprah Winfrey to inspire people. You are inspiration to others in so many ways because you are God's masterpiece. All the best. Don't lose hope. May God bless you.